This is Urdizzle back with episode 9 of chapter 1 of my Zero to Hero series. And right now we are struggling a little bit with Coyote Canyon, which I think a lot of new players are. So my bag for this one, as you see, the Fuse, River, Explorer, the Pioneer, which was not really working for me, the Musket, and the Windbreak Ballista. In episode 8, which turned out to be a little bit longer video than I had wanted, you notice we had run into quite a few struggles getting the 3 stars on Coyote Canyon. And for a variety of reasons, one, we figured out that we had to lay up on hole 7. There just wasn't a lot of options there. We had hole 2 that was challenging, and then even ending with hole 9 is just not an easy course to get your 3 stars. And so to get the 3 stars, you need to birdie every hole or equivalent. So if you get an eagle, that allows you to get 1 par, 2 eagles, 2 pars. But with the limited bag we have, which newer players will attest to here, it's just not easy to get the scores you need. And so this is also going to be a slightly longer video just because, again, I really want to illustrate the challenges that people will run into on Coyote Canyon, Kehoe Park, and Frozen Valley. They're just hard courses. There's no other way to describe it. They're just challenging, difficult courses. And so you have to kind of pick and choose which holes you attack. So for example, hole 3, I don't really have a skip disc. Oh, and I almost clipped the rock wall there, or the stone wall. I just don't have the disc to attack this. So I can't play a skip disc off that middle island. I just have to play it safe out here and throw one, and maybe something magical happens. But overall, it's just not a... Oh, off the basket. So you have to hope for something like that to happen to get lucky with these, because that's what it is. And ideally, when you build up your shot repertoire, that includes the shots that you're comfortable doing, not just able to do, but comfortable doing when it counts. So right there, I decided to switch to my musket because the Pioneer just wasn't working for me. And that's not a great shot, but it's in throw-in range. 71, let's make sure you don't miss that. Oh, that almost kicked out left. But it's not just the shots that you have that you're comfortable doing, it's also having the right discs for them. And so here, for example, hole 5, I can eagle this hole, but it's such a challenging one. Like right there, that is about as perfect as you were going to get. And so if I'm going to get what I need to get on this, which is most likely going to involve, sit here and I'm just kind of laying up because I know I'm not going to get my 3 stars on this particular run. But it's picking where are you going to get those bonus strokes? Because we've already figured out I don't think I have the right disc to get hole 7. And so there I laid up because I have a decent round going. And I said I probably won't get 3 stars on this one because, again, I've got hole 7 is looming. Same thing with hole 9. But I didn't want to try to go for eagle and blow it way by and then realize that I'm not even going to have a chance on this one. So this is a pretty solid round. We're 6 for 6. But now here's the challenge. What do we do once we get to this hole? And I've got to win to 3. And knowing what I've got to go for it. Like, there's no other option here. Even though I know it's a low percentage play, you just got to hope that you can skip it over. And I made it. Woo! So we've got a shot here. I actually, going into this, I did not think I was going to be able to do this. And by the way, this is not... I did practice a little between episode 8 and episode 9. I did go into practice mode, and I kind of messed around with some of these holes just to learn the discs a little bit. So you'll notice I'm going a little bit quicker. So this was not a episode 8 right into episode 9. I did play a little bit in practice mode just to get used to the discs. So right now we are in fantastic shape, but now we're going into hole 9, which is another hole, a hard one. So holes 2, 7, and 9 are the tricky ones. And all we got to do is birdie it. We birdie it, and we've got ourselves our 3 stars. And so my drive, that's my only reaction there. I had what I thought was a decent drive, and I'm going to clip the wall right there. So I'm going to try it here, but there's no chance. I just don't know how I'm going to get through here. Maybe up over the top. And nope. Now, we're not going to restart because maybe I kick down and I'll have some ridiculous throw-in opportunity. And that's just going backwards. Jeez. Oh, hole 9 is frustrating. So we're 289 uphill. And I mean, I got to throw it. Just hope it goes in. And, oh, God. That close. That stinking close. So that was pretty solid, but not enough. Not enough for the 3 stars. So now we know it's possible. But again, notice what I had to do. I had to get hole 7. I didn't have to throw it in, but I had to get a very, very, very favorable wind to get my ballista across. And so you're going to have to grind to get that favorable wind. All right, so we go right back at it, hole 1. And I'm playing the Explorer just to kind of take those trees out of play, even though the river probably is a better option. Personally, I'm more comfortable with the accurate windbreak Explorer just because I'm used to throwing it. All right, hole 2. And if you watched episode 8, this is the one that a lot of the grind was trying to get the birdie on this one. And so I figured out, again, this is one I actually practiced a little bit, is playing that musket a little further wide. I kept clipping the inside left there. So this one I decided to play a little wider. And all I'm doing is just give me a shot in the opening right here. Don't kick to the right. Don't. Yeah, that sucked. But my goal is just to give myself a shot. Because that's the thing when you try to set yourself up, a lot of people, and I've mentioned this in a lot of the videos I do, is you want to park it. It's nice to have tap-ins. Tap-ins feel good. But all you want to do is you want to give yourself an opportunity. I would actually take, if you gave me a choice, 10 shots, and you said, I'll give you 10 shots, 9 of them are tap-ins, or excuse me, 9 of them are tap-ins, and 1 of them you have no shot at making. So you're pretty much saying, I'll give you 9 of them, but the 10th one you're going to miss. Or give me 10 shots from 60 feet. I'll take the 10 shots from 60 feet because there's a chance that I can make all of them. I know some people will take the gimmies, but I feel comfortable enough that I can make those 60 footers or whatever range you're comfortable with. But it's like, always give yourself an opportunity. If you've got a shot out of the woods or hidden behind a bush or somewhere else, don't go after it if you know you're going to kick further in the woods. Like, just put yourself out in the open, give yourself a wide open shot, even if it's 50, 60, 80 feet, as long as you have a chance to make it. Because some chance is better than no chance. And that one I hit the tree, but I thought, why not try it? Because I could still get a birdie out of it. So I feel like we're getting to a point where I can get close to the 3 stars on this course. But again, it's going to require something phenomenal. An eagle on 2, an eagle on 5, a birdie on 7 with good wind, and then making sure not to mess up hole 9. So just, I'm hoping for something on one of those holes. Or sorry, I could also get hole 3. So eagle on hole 3, eagle on hole 5, basically all the odd holes, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Don't mess up 9. See if you can birdie 7, see if you can eagle 5, see if you can eagle 3, and just hope for good stuff and not messing up. So here, this is an awful shot. I'm just going to try something here. Yeah. And you can tell I have not been at that point very often. And luckily for me, after some practice, I actually had some fortunate luck starting now. So hole 1, played the Explorer. And again, you never know how these rounds are going to turn out. You could have a round that seems like it's not going well, but always push through and finish because you never know what's going to happen. All right, hole 2, we got the par 4. I'm just going to play the musket. And this one, I know I said eagle hole 2, but I think with a really, really good driver like a Ballista Pro that you can throw up over the top, I've eagled this hole with a river before, but there's just, I don't see that happening with what I have right now. So play it to the opening. Now, again, I know a lot of people would look at that and say, oh, that's a crappy shot. I'm 120 feet out, but I have a shot at it, and I was able to make it. Again, I will take that any day. Just give me a look at it, because at least there's a chance I can put it in. All right, hole 3. So this is one. Hole 3, hole 5, hole 7. I've got to do something on one of those 3. And here I'm playing my driver as far up as possible, hopefully to get me in decent range. And I kick up, I was hoping to kick up off that rock and give me a nice look at it, but that did not happen. So here we throw the ballista, and bam, you just never know. I mean, I was trying to make that, but I didn't think I would. So just having that slam in there was phenomenal. So now, hole 4, I'm making sure not to clip any rocks with the musket. And I got through. And that's perfect. Almost a tap in. I love it. So I got there was my lucky shot. That was my eagle. So no, I don't want to screw this up. But what I have to do now is, if I can eagle hole 5, this one, that would be fantastic. But I've got to get a great drive, and that is not going to be... Oh. All right, so I messed that one up. Again, we're playing for birdie. Ideally, I'd love to be even or right of the hole. So we're going to kind of play this a little to the side and let it fade around the cactus. Really tall one there. And that is perfect. That is right where you want to be. So I'm going to make that one easy putt. All right, hole 6 is also pretty standard stuff. So what we have now is I've got holes 7, 8, and 9. Again, I feel pretty comfortable with 6, although I don't want to get ahead of myself here. But all right, so wind to 2, forehand. This should be easy peasy. Let's make sure it's fade. Yeah, that should be inside 30. Skip. Ooh, get past the tree. All right, we're good. All right, so we're at 7, 8, and 9. So I can par hole 7. I'm okay with that, but then I'm going to have to birdie 8 and 9. So ideally, I'd like to birdie out, but now I've got a wind to 2. I'm going to get a little aggressive here because I know I've got hole 9 coming up, and I'm just hoping to clear the water with that wind. All right, and give me a... Oh, what a kick. That was a phenomenal kick. Okay, so if I can make this one, I think I've got it. Almost too high. Got it. Sweet. So now all I have to do is birdie hole 8, and then that leaves me the option to par hole 9. As long as I don't mess this one up, we're going to throw the Explorer to make sure it gets across. No mid-ranges. All right, we got this. So now I don't even need the birdie on hole 9. I just need the par. And so I'm going to play this like I normally would, but I'm going to be a little more conservative. I'm just going to try not to screw it up, which I know is not usually the smartest way to play. But, oh, that's going to be really good. Oh, man. I think I'm going to get a 10 under here. So as long as I don't mess up this drive, or this second shot here, put a little hyzer on it. Oh, no. It flipped on me. You can tell I have not been throwing the ballista lately. All right, I still got this. So I'm going to actually try to make this one. You know what? We're fine. Just don't roll away. Whew. All right, we got it. So this took 2 videos and like 35 minutes of video time or 31, whatever it was, and a couple hours of practice, but we finally got it. And so Coyote Canyon, 3 stars, and bam, there it is. Ballista Pro. That's the disc that's going to be key to the remaining 2 courses, Cahoe Park and Frozen. And so the disc we're going to take out, let's see, why don't we take out the Pioneer, because that just was not working for me. Again, I don't have any slots there. I think we're going to keep the musket and just throw in the ballista. And that will do it for the desert land. So hopefully you enjoyed the 2 longer videos. Thank you for being patient. And we will be back in episode 10, getting near the end. And we're going to attempt to tackle Cahoe Park. That one's going to be a beast.